So Jadis is the star leader for this week's challenge, Hilltop. Main gate, open the gate. Now let's see what this weekly challenge has got in store for us. We're going to be using Jadis as the leader, obviously. I'm going to bring the old Abby. I think that's probably a pretty decent weapon to go with her leadership trait. Yumiko is coming along because she's always great to have on a range team. And Princess, we should be causing lots of status effects, so she's coming along too. Let's do it. I think this is the first time that Jadis has been the leader. She's still somebody who, I do like, not had a ton of practice with. What was that funny purple? Did anyone see that funny purple kind of halo around one of those characters? What on earth was that? Now, obviously, we have Yumiko next to whoever is opening the door. Because if Yumiko shoots and the person who's opening the door can see and is within range of Yumiko's target, they too will turn around and shoot at it. So you don't completely lose them to the activity. This is a bit of a tough map. It's okay. This difficulty certainly gets a lot harder later on. You've got to be able to take out tough stuff like tanks and the like, or be clever and just hold them at bay for 4 turns. It's not that tough to do. Most of the enemies do start far enough away that you can do that quite safely. The ones that come in from the left of the map, though, a little bit more tricky. You're going to have to be able to ensnare them, distract them, maybe with the Whisperer's Mask, flares, things like that. Anything that will slow down a lot of walkers at once, or ideally stop them entirely in their tracks, is very welcome. So maybe things like, it will soon be available, Jadis's CRM rifle, or that blue vortex nail gun. You might not exactly have those, but there's definitely some weapons that will ensnare enemies if hit in very close range. I think characters like Tyrese could be useful. You know, the walkers are going to have to make their way through his debuff circles. They'd be slowed down, hurt. It's a tough one. Kill all walkers in the area. Well, this sounds a little more simple. We'll see. Wildly different dress sense for all of the members of this team. And haircuts. So, you start with a tank very nearby. There's that purple glow again. You're going to be able to have to take that out. After that, the mission's pretty easy. These things over here, you don't even have to draw their attention until you're ready to take them on. But you start off with a small bunch of walkers, including a tank, very close by. And that's tricky to deal with. Just anything that can hit hard. I guess hunters start charged. Oh! Which makes Jadis really useful. Her charge attack, of course, designates the target as an A. That means that they will be set upon by all of the other nearby walkers. And it also means that they don't approach you, they don't bother you. So she's actually a really good choice for leader for this particular map. See, yes, sure, you're going to have to kill everything eventually, but you can certainly weaken it and you can hold it off and you can stop it from approaching you by designating it an A. Kind of handy there. Find the loot and get to the exit. Okay, let's swiftly swap out some characters. Glenn and Connie. But let's give you the flag because it's fun. Ooh. Yes, please. 60% more damage during their next turn. She's a superstar. So we're bringing Glenn because, well, we've got some stuff to search. You start off very, very close to a lot of really bad guys. Better be prepared for that. Again, it's another one where you're going to have to kill a whole bundle of bad guys very early. And that can be easier said than done. Again, maybe finding ways to distract them. Designating them A's and getting the other walkers to take them on. That's just, that is good. That is a good option. Looks like we've got a threat counter. So if you've got weapons like Glenn does that can reduce threat or that just simply don't bump it up, that's going to make things a lot easier as you get into the higher levels. What you can do, of course, too bad the CRM Trident isn't available because it lets you just rush past bad guys with zero chance of being attacked. But characters like Beta, Huntsman Daryl, you can rush past those walkers, maybe search something if you're not going to wind up too close to the walkers you just passed. That's an option as well. Remember, you've got to search for the hidden loot, not kill everything. It's easier said than done because it's a small map. They start close to you, but that's the objective. Keep your mind on the objective. I guess Magna there, we got some tokens for her. She might be a good bet on this. She can immobilize walkers. Museum, kill all of the enemies, including, it would appear, some humans. Okie dokie. Let's have another hunter. I'm not going to use anything that isn't readily available for everybody. Hence, yes, I've got some unique weapons in the inventory. I'm not going to use them. I'm not going to show them off or anything like that. But okay, Ramon, Mac, and Leroy. See what you got. Not very impressive. Now, this is an interesting thing. Designating something an A, if it's a human, does that have the same effect as if it's a walker? I honestly don't know. This is a bit of a tough one. You've got a lot of human enemies. Some of them are ranged. You are going to want to have ways to stun. So humans are very tough. Obviously, they can shoot you. They can hit you with much more effective weapons than the rotting fangs and claws of the undead. But at the same time, they can be stunned, immobilized, all of that kind of stuff. If it's a character with a melee weapon and you cripple them or stop them moving altogether, they're completely helpless. If it's a ranged character, harder to deal with, but you might be able to stay out of range, though it'd be tricky to do on that mission, but you can certainly stun them. Now, I would be very intrigued to know what designating a target as an A does. As far as humans go. Do their buddies turn around and attack them? Do they remain immobile? It's a question I'd be keen to know the answer to. So if anybody does know, please do say so in the comments. Get the loot and get back out. Alrighty, Roo. Let's bring old Negan with the flag. Is he better than Connie? I don't think so. But for some reason, the flag just seems to suit. It just seems great with the old flag. Looks like a traditional American cowboy. But the flag just seems like his weapon. I don't know why. Okay. Yeah, I can do this. And I can bug out. I can go here. Okay, great. Glenn is definitely a good choice on this one for the obvious reason that he is the Scavenger Supreme. Being able to search something, still have an action left. Looks like we've got a threat counter, always worth considering. Always worth thinking of ways to negate that, if you can. And what can you say? You got a lot of stuff to kill. It's their normal walkers, so they can be stunned, distracted, interrupted, all of that kind of stuff. All you got to do is kill that handful of walkers that start close enough to attack you from the very first turn, and you're kind of okay. It's a bit like that other mission where you've got to do that. These missions are quite punchy. They're quite quick. Kind of deadly, but yeah, at higher levels, you're going to have to trust that it's going to take a couple of turns to kill those walkers, even though they start right next to you and are able to attack you. You're going to have to be able to fend them off, buy your time, ensnare them, distract them, get the loot and get back out again. That sounds like a familiar brief. We'll use a familiar team. Maybe you want to get at least 610 stars on the weekly challenge to get the maximum amount of seasonal event tokens that can be afforded you. This was a lovely tip to learn. I remember this came from the comments as well. I didn't know about it initially, but you can actually close these doors. Stop the reinforcements from coming in. My gosh, does it make things a lot easier. So we've still got a threat counter, but that is such a handy tip. Really does make, funnily enough, Glenn the MVP on this particular mission. Get him to close those doors. There's a lot of walkers that start on the map initially. And you don't need more of them pouring in. So there's, again, a lot that sort of start on the map, but it's not too many to deal with. And anyway, you can do it at your own pace if you shut them doors. It definitely seems to be a repeating story with these particular missions. I think Jadis might be a really, really good option for the Star Hero because, again, if you designate something an A, and you do that by making a charge attack, then that target is not going to attack you. It's just going to stay where the hell it is, and it's going to get the crap beaten out of it by its mates. So, she's definitely got some value on this set of missions. I think we are now back to the start. Let's just take a look. Yep. Okay, so those are the missions. If you've got any particular dramas, especially with any particular mission, just say so in the comments. I'll try and help you, or I'm sure somebody else will be able to. Good set of missions. We've got a good choice of Star Hero. So how about you and your guild do your best to get a personal best? Let me know how it goes, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.